In this video I'd like to show you a few of the symbols and foreign characters that you can form with the thumb-powered keyboard. So we start off with a simple case of the brackets. So the left parenthesis is simply as you would draw it, just a downward stroke from the top part of the keyboard, just like it's on the top part of a keyboard on a conventional keyboard. The right parenthesis is obviously on the opposite side. To make the square bracket, we select the corner of the bracket and we make the bracket slide down the other side. As before for the ordinary parenthesis, we select the corner of the bracket and make the downstroke for the close square bracket. For the curly brackets, we have the point in the centre of the bracket, so we do a downstroke like that with a centre selection, and the same on the opposite side. To do the slashes, we obviously have the two ends of the slash, and then we do a downstroke just as we would draw it, although we can't go all the way because we can't go diagonally across the keyboard, but we do as far as we can, just one stroke down, and the same on the opposite side. We can go all the way on the pipe to draw the long pipe character. So now for equality type operations. Equality, we start off with the minus. So the minus is a push to the side, but that is used by other characters, so we select the top button for the top of an equal sign, effectively, to give us a minus. The middle is the equal sign, it gives you equals. The bottom of the equals gives you the underscore, so that's how to remember it. Remember the equals in the middle, the minus above it, and the underscore below it, just as pushes to the side selected. To do the greater than variation on the equals, just go up on the right hand side. Less than, just go down on the right hand side. To get things like a squiggle character, we do a minus, but we push in from both sides. To get the up hat, it's actually a different character, it's just the top character on the keyboard pushing up on the right hand side. So to do the quotation marks, we do them just as you would gesticulating in normal speech. When you make a quotes type of gesture, just by pushing down from both sides, from the top of the keyboard. The single quote is harder to remember, but it's the top two buttons, and we need to slide up to get that single quote upwards. The currency symbols, think of it like a bar character with an S for a dollar sign, so an S plus the bar character gives you a dollar sign. For a pound, say, think of it like an L plus some lines added, which we push in from the top right. That's how I remember to add the extra lines. Remember the pound sign. Euro sign is a combination of the O and the E with some lines, gives us a euro symbol. We can also, if we don't remember that, we can also select them as if we were selecting foreign characters, which we'll get to, by selecting the character and then tapping the keyboard to cycle through the characters that we want. For example, here we're going to choose the yen sign. So next we can look at doing the foreign characters as I mentioned. So to do an A with an accent, just tap the keypad. Tap it multiple times for different symbols. So for any of the characters you want, you just cycle through them, and you can see there's a small display at the top right of the screen which shows you the character that's been selected. So we'll just select our base character, then let go with either thumb and just tap the screen to cycle through the characters that we want. Need to tap it away from the actual visible display so we don't actually select the characters on the display. Now to get help, when you get help, you often raise your voice at the end of the sentence, or you look upwards for help. So in our case with the thumb-powered keyboard, remember that upward movement, and we're going to do a long strokes across both sides of the keyboard to go up for help. And our help pops down, just as it is at the moment. The opposite of that is to get settings. So settings, not surprisingly, we do that the opposite way around, a long stroke down from both sides, looking down to get more settings. This gives us a menu where we can go in to select our options to configure the keypad, or to load and save files if we wish to actually edit a real file, which we can get out of just with cancel. Finally, there is also an edit mode. The edit mode is selected by either from the keypad by using the thumb pad's long strokes the opposite way. That gets us into an edit mode, and likewise to get out of it. Either way, we'll enter edit mode, or we can press both shift keys if we've got them displayed, press them both at the same time, gets us into an edit mode. Edit mode, we can move the cursor around left and right just by pushing in the center pads. We can move it around by whole words by pushing a bit further, and we can go to the beginning of a document or the end of a document. We can also go up and down the same sort of way. We can hit the top E key to go into select mode. You see the edit symbol changes. In this case now, when I move my cursor to the beginning of a line, it selects the whole line. We can do cut, copy and paste just by entering the C, P or X or V that you'd use for conventional cut, copy and paste, except the C is actually on the P key, so that's P to copy, and then we can paste that in just by doing the V. And exit edit mode simply by tapping either of the thumb pads. Exit the old program simply by pulling down the settings and